Hello, hello, YouTube, Facebook, social media world. How is everybody today? Daniel Medina, my home group Live to Give team in Phoenix, Arizona. I wanted to jump on today and talk to you a little bit about the Binzer process. Actually, first wanted to give you a quick update. Starting the new year off strong. I know that a lot of changes in the marketplace and things have definitely slowed down from a numbers point of view as far as number of transactions per month, but having been an agent since 2001 and lived through the 2008 ordeal, and having some great coaching and support, I'm realizing it's important to stay busy and to stay in the activities that produce income and servicing people and finding clients to help. So we have 2 homes in contract, 2 new builds. Excellent concessions, like 4% from the builder, 2% for closing costs, 2% for rate buy down, decreased pricing. The new homes right now, what my clients are getting for price for the price is amazing. So if that's of interest to you, please reach out and I can help with that as well. I do work both East and West Valleys. I wanted to talk to you too a little bit today about the Binzer process, the buyer's inspection, and the seller's response. This is something that's done once a home is in escrow, and it can be kind of an interesting piece. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the do's and the don'ts in this stage of the process because it can be a little bit confusing for sure. And we want you to be up to speed and understanding how to negotiate all the way through the finish line. So there are definitely areas to get stuck in the process. A lot of people don't get past stage 1, which is deciding to buy. Step 2 is getting pre-qualified. A lot of that is times that's a stickler and people don't get past that. But if you're in escrow and you're doing a home inspection on a property and you're reviewing the report so that you can decide what you're going to ask from the seller to repair, you're doing pretty good and you've got a good agent and it sounds like you found a home that you like and that you're moving forward. Remembering we want to keep the idea of crossing the finish line in the midst of our thoughts somewhere. Also know your deal breakers. I did a lot of work for Zillow in the last couple of years, helping Zillow buy homes, and a couple of deal breakers for them was a cracked truss in the one of the trusses in the attic. If that's cracked, they didn't want the home, they walked away from it. Polybutylene piping was another deal breaker for them, and then cracks in the foundation. So not saying that needs to be a deal breaker for you, but there are certain things that you need to know about for sure in this process if what comes up on that report is something that you don't want repaired, replaced, or fixed. So let's get into it. So you're reviewing your report. The thing that you want to understand about the Binzer, and the last 2 years have been very indicative of this, is you want to understand who's got where you stand as far as negotiation at the negotiation table. Is the seller have the stronger arm? Do you have the stronger arm? Is it kind of equal? In the last 2 years, we were seeing a lot of buyers not ask for any repairs and take the home as is. Not necessarily recommended. However, there were so many buyers for said homes that you had to do extra things to stand out and win the bid. So waiving repairs was definitely something that was done in that market. And in this market, it's not. We have sellers doing repairs again. And so we want to make sure that we understand our market when we're negotiating repairs for one. The other thing, sometimes I get buyers that are very excited. They want to get the best deal in the world they can for their daughter or for their family, and they want to be tiger negotiators, and they want to get everything that shows up in that report done. That report and the inspection in this stage is for major mechanical deficiencies. So anything that's cosmetic, you want to not ask for, and you want to just do that on your own. And we know you're a great negotiator, but we want you to pick the major mechanical deficiencies in this process. The idea is that we're wanting to come to a meeting of the minds. So the seller wants this, the buyer wants this. The agent in the middle is facilitating movement forward. So our job throughout this whole process is, yes, first and foremost, we want to represent you, the client, and be an advocate and fight tooth and nail for what you want and get to the finish line. So extremely important. the agents are helping facilitate and lubricate this deal forward. And hopefully, what the seller wants with regards to repairs, what the buyer wants to repairs, we're helping them come to a junction, a meeting of the minds, a meeting of the minds. We want to have a meeting of the minds so that we can move forward. Okay, so don't over negotiate. Don't ask for everything. If you're going to change it anyways, don't ask for it. So if the fan's broken, but you want to put your own kind of fan up there, don't ask for it. You're going to be replacing it anyways. When we ask for the repairs, of course, we want licensed contractors to do the repairs. We want things to be in proper working order, and we want them done in a workman-like manner. So that do that. Also, do ask for receipts for the work done. And then also make sure that when you're going to the final walkthrough, if you don't know the beginnings of how a water softener system works, then do bring somebody with you that does. I know that a lot of the home inspectors will do that. Do that through the final walkthrough to make sure that things were done in workman-like manner and to your liking. The other thing that I want to do as far as the bins are is this is how it's done. The report's done. You work with your agent to identify what repairs you want. You submit that repairs to the listing agent. Agent reviews with his client, and they will have a response. The response will be, we will do some of these repairs, we will do none of these repairs, or we will sometimes, in some situations, will offer you concessions in lieu of the repairs. Okay? At that point, okay, and this is important, at that point, when we review this with the buyer, we either move forward with this deal or we cancel and we continue shopping. A lot of buyers will think here that you can continue to negotiate back and forth at this stage of the game. Remember, we're wanting to get closer to a meeting of the minds, not further away, okay? If you want to buy the home. If you want to cancel, that's fine. This wasn't the home for you. And sometimes in this process, we learn a lot about what is for you and what's not for you. And sometimes what you think about in the beginning of the process as to what is going to be your home is not, when you finish the line, end up being your home. And a lot of that is understanding what the market is, having realistic expectations, talking to your partner, and more. Okay, so I hope that helps. Daniel Medina, my home group, Live to Give team. We are really busy working hard right now in this market, and we are helping also renters as well. Appreciate you watching. Hope you have a blessed day. Thank you. God bless.